Let's move on to Tesla. Those shares are up about 1.5% today, but that's after the company got less than a stellar review, to say the least, from JD Power, which scored Tesla vehicles the worst among 32 major brands in its annual quality study. Let us welcome into the program a man who has driven Teslas, quite a few of them. That's Rick Newman. Rick, I know that you and Pras Subramanian have sort of tested a lot of these cars together. What's your personal experience, and how does it fit with what we're hearing from JD Power?
Teslas are a lot of fun, and people who buy them or lease them love the cars. I mean, they have a very loyal customer base. And I'm not surprised that they scored at the bottom of this JD Power survey. You have to understand what this survey is to kind of know what's going on here. So JD Power does a bunch of different auto surveys. This is called the Initial Quality Survey. And what they do is they ask people who recently bought or leased all kinds of different cars what kinds of problems they noticed in the first 90 days of ownership. And that is a problem based on how the car owner defines it, not how JD Power defines it. A lot of times, what people consider a problem is there are things in a new car that are unfamiliar to them. And Tesla vehicles are they're unusual. To anybody who has been driving a conventional car for 1 year or 40 years, Teslas are different. There are very few dials and buttons. You control everything with this big touchscreen that sticks out of the dashboard. So there are growing pains and adjustment pains when you get used to a Tesla. The thing is, you always get used to what's different about a new car. So I think what this survey tells you is that people find that Teslas different, not necessarily that this is a quality problem the way people think of quality. It's not necessarily rattles, squeaks, engine problems, warning lights that won't go off. Tesla has had some problems with things like that, but that's not what this survey is telling you. It's just telling you there's a different kind of car. It takes a while for new owners to get used to it.
Rick, haven't there been issues? I need you to howl at me first before you respond, but
Holy, what's up?
Haven't there been issues with Tesla's build quality, though, in the past? And does that maybe feed into it at all?
Yeah, Pras and I tested a Model 3 shortly after it came out, and you could see visible problems in the body panel gaps, for example. I remember Pras taking a quarter and running it through the gaps between the hood and the fenders, and sometimes the quarter would get stuck because the space narrowed, and then sometimes you could fit 2 or 3 quarters in there. Tesla had a lot of problems with manufacturing quality at the beginning. Manufacturing's hard. Getting these things precise is actually very hard. I think Tesla has actually done a good job of fixing those problems. They did get fairly low marks by places like Consumer Reports and others that assess real vehicle quality, and the marks have gone up considerably in those kinds of surveys. And if you remember, Elon Musk for a while was sleeping on the manufacturing line. That was the assembly line that was in a tent in the parking lot outside the factory. I think they have come a long way in fixing some of those problems since then.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.